generations. Nobody does it better than Rowenta. We are talking about German engineering and German technology to bring you the most premium high-end irons you can find. In fact, this is actually the #1 brand in irons priced above $40. Remember, we're talking about those investments. These are the things that are gonna make it easier, faster, and much higher quality to do those every single day tasks, like I mentioned. Now, this iron in particular just happens to be an exclusive here at Hsn. We have 3D patented Soleplate technology. Why does that matter? It means you get more power, more steam, you glide over every surface, around all the nooks and crannies, and you get the job done right. We have 2 great colors, burgundy and white, and blue and white, and we are $30 under retail value if you were to shop around and somehow find what is our Hsn exclusive, because we have that exclusive technology I was mentioning. On top of that, anti-drip technology, anti-calc. It actually has a self-cleaning service you can do on here to prevent buildup that you may get from hard water. A comfortable grip. It's medium weight, very easy to use, and when you see how well it gets the job done, I'm telling you, you're gonna be in it. In it to win it, because you know what? It is. It's one of those things we have to do day in and day out. So go big, right?
That's
go
right.
Big or go home. Let's get all the bells and whistles. This is Lauren O'Quinn here to show us exactly why German engineering and German technology is at a premium, correct?
Yes, you know, honestly, this is one of those investments that you make once in your life. If you have a Rowenta, it'll last you the rest of your life, pretty much. We had a lady that called this morning, 25 years she's had her Rowenta, I know, and she's getting a new one now just because she said hers had taken a few bangs because she dropped it a few times. But she'd been in the military for 21 years of those 25 that she'd had it. And can you imagine how much you iron when you're in the military?
Oh my gosh, a ton.
Right? I want to show you this. This is a thick linen. Linen is notoriously difficult to get the wrinkles out of, but not with the Rowenta. We've got 1 pass ironing, Michelle, as you see. You know, most of us grew up thinking that we had to saw at things, right?
Right.
I can tell you right now, it really is the tool, not the task, that makes the difference.
How is this tool more premium? Like, why does that German engineering matter and the German technology?
Well, I'll show you this. This is your standard iron. This is what most of us are used to. If you have an iron at home and it's not a Rowenta, it probably looks a lot like this.
Yeah, sure.
You can see that we have here about 16 steam holes, and those steam holes are big and they're open, and so what happens is the water leaks and spits all over your clothes.
Oh.
This is the Rowenta Soleplate. This is stainless steel, so it glides, it's super smooth. You've got 400 micro steam holes. They're tiny, yes. So it evenly distributes the steam. You've got this precision top at the very top. If you look up there, you can see that precision top, and what it does is it allows you to get all around the buttons and in the crevices and in the pockets and create that perfect crease. And this 3D technology that you were talking about is so important because what it does is it locks in. It's 3D. You've got these kind of beveled areas here, so the steam is actually locked down onto your garment.
So it's not just like coming out the sides and up into the air.
Exactly.
It's going exactly where you need it.
Exactly. It's focusing that steam. And look, this is a really important thing here and that distinguishes the Rowenta from the others.
What are we looking at?
So right here on the back, this is your traditional iron. That red area, that's your steam chamber. That's how much steam you can get. It's about a teaspoonful. This is the Rowenta.
Wow.
That blue area is all of the steam. You can see that it is evenly distributed throughout the whole Soleplate. So you don't just have it spitting and leaking all over your garments. And steam is what distinguishes an iron. I'm telling you, that's the secret to ironing.
And you know, the big difference too, when you have that much power in the steam, now you're not pressing down as hard, right? You're not having to run back and forth over. And it's the difference between like a rinky-dink vacuum and a premium high-end where you keep having to go over the same spot over and over. This is about efficiency. And if it is one of those daily tasks, why wouldn't you want to do it in a way that is quicker, more efficient, and does the job better? I mean, just the amount of steam that we see coming off of here, and I love what you say, it's the tool, it's not the task.
Yeah, I mean, how much is your time worth? I think that's a really important thing, you know? Sometimes we think that it's all about, oh, saving money, but quality makes such a huge difference. Look at that, look at that crease. If you like a perfectly creased pant, and again, this is in 1 pass, Michelle, and so many times we avoid, how many clothes do you have in your closet that you just never wear because it's just too much of a pain to prepare them, right? You're like, I don't, so this is so great because it is 1 pass. Look at how fast I can get a pair of pants done. But even better, and this is what distinguishes, we all need a garment care tool in our household, right? A lot of us like to steam. We think, well, you know, ironing's not really for me. I don't love that, but I have a vertical steamer. Well, guess what? This is a vertical steamer too. So
you can
watch.
do it all.
Yes. If you're just running out the door to work and you want to freshen something, you've got, for instance, this, you wouldn't put this on your board because of the ruffles and everything. I can
Look at this steam.
Isn't this amazing? And I can just freshen the whole thing up and I'm ready to go in 30 seconds or less, okay? Look at this, if you have formal wear, here's the great thing about steam. Steam is safe for every fabric. So you've got chiffon here. You know, how often do we wear it? We don't get these laundered every single time that we wear a formal outfit, or I don't. I hope I'm not telling secrets about myself.
Well, but think about this too. So we have 4 flex payments on this, right? Your flex payment is $15. What that means is anybody shopping, there's no fees or sign up for that. We can break this into $15 monthly payments. There's no interest on that, right? How much was your last dry cleaning bill for something like a beautiful velvet jacket or that chiffon dress that we just showed you? To be able to take something that is just as powerful and do it at home, you're gonna save time, yes, but the money as well, because now you're ironing, you're steaming, you're freshening. You can use this all over your home. Free shipping and handling right now as well, and we are $30 less than you would find this out in retail. So it really is a great time to invest. Now, we talk about steaming, and immediately we think clothes.
Yes.
But I'm also thinking, what about around the home? Like, what about those things you're not necessarily gonna take down, launder, or drive in somewhere? Now we can go vertical with this and get the curtains.
Yes.
Right? The bed skirts.
You can just have them hanging right there on the rod, and look, in just a couple of quick bursts, this is linen too. So this is something that's really, you know, a thick fabric, but you can just freshen it right there on the rod, and you can get rid of those.
Can you hear the power at home? I mean, you can really.
And here's some great safety features too of this, because I don't know if you're like me, Michelle, but I walk away from electronics all the time. I forget they're on. So this has a 3-way auto safety off feature. If you just walk away from the iron and you leave it, then it's 8 minutes and it'll shut itself off. But if you accidentally knock it over, you leave it face down, or you knock it off to the side, your kid hits the ironing board or something, 30 seconds, this will turn off. So you don't have to worry about the safety aspect. You can take it, obviously, anywhere in your house. Steam is safe for every single fabric. So even if you just want to freshen things, because steam will help us smell better, help, you know, kind of, if you've had it stored for a while, get it out. You can use it on your bedding, you can use it on your curtains, anywhere in the house, it's safe. Because that vertical steamer is perfect for every fabric.
And I'm noticing too, the shape of this is unique, and when you were setting it down, just to show us like laying it down and setting it down, I didn't see water leaking everywhere.
That's right.
I mean, these are the little things that make premium, those high-end innovations so worth it, because you really are taking away all of the roadblocks we used to have to ironing, right? Maybe it was that it spit and got water everywhere. Maybe it was that you felt like you had to really push and get an arm workout just to get those wrinkles away. Or maybe it just doesn't do much for you. I mean, this one can do everything from ironing your clothes to steaming your clothing to steaming around the house, refreshing your garments. And we've got this great patented design on that 3D Soleplate. So when you are doing the steam, it's locking it in and onto the clothes and not just up in the air. Perfect example here of why you want something like this. You don't have to press and use the elbow grease.
Yeah, look at that.
This.
It's truly, the tool is doing it for me. It's a professional, so I don't have to be, because I would not consider myself a professional ironer at all, you know? And so I want to show you, do you want to try it?
Sure.
Look, let's see how you do. Now this
I will say, I don't dislike ironing. I just have never felt I'm that great at it. So a lot of times I'm like, man, here we go.
You avoid it because you're not sure that you can really get it done.
My iron does not look like this,
no.
first of all.
Isn't it sleek too?
The problem could be in the tool, not the task.
Absolutely.
Like we keep saying that. Okay, so just
this is the sports car of ironing. Yeah, so just one pass. So watch what you're doing. See how you're sawing that? Here's exactly, you see that one time.
It's a habit. It's habit.
We do. Come down this edge right here and show them how, isn't that amazing?
Okay, this is kind of gratifying.
That's exactly how I feel.
Wow.
I feel like when I'm, you know, when I'm vacuuming my carpet and I get those clean lines, it's the same sort of feel. Isn't that great?
That's the thing.
You can create that crease so easily.
No time at all. I kind of don't want my husband to see this because he'll be like, you can iron. Yes, you can. So maybe I shouldn't be the one doing it all the time. He does. He irons everything, and I love it. But it also is a chore for him as well, and especially something like a men's shirt, right? You've got all these buttons, and if you don't have the right design and shape, it is quite a challenge getting in and around these types of things.
It is. And you know, one of the keys to ironing is to make sure that your fabric is laid out and stretched as flat as possible before you start, okay? So that's what you saw me do. But this precision tip allows me to get right up in there. So the steam goes all the way to the end. So if you've ever used those other irons like we were showing you, it's not the same thing. You can't get in there around those buttons the same way. And if you're a quilter, or you love crafts, Michelle.
Definitely good.
Boy, the crafters and the quilters, they really know the Rowenta brand because it's been around for over 100 years, but they use it because they're using that precision. You know, they need the precision. They need to make sure they're ironing all the time. Military people, those type of people that really have to have their clothes really crisp and clean. Look at this. And it's that easy.
Done.
Let me show you this collar. Now, a collar is a really important thing that we really can't do very well with a steamer.
Yeah, what's the trick with it then for
ironing? So, you know, honestly, lay it flat. And then you're just gonna come in here with this precision tip. I like to get the corners like this.
Look at that.
I come down one time. And then look at this.
You are looking sharp at that next meeting or event or dinner or whatever it is. You know, I noticed the weight on this is really nice. It's not some heavy, bulky, because again, you don't have to press hard when you've got this amount of steam and a patented plate that's really directing it where it needs to go. This is the ultimate in German engineering and technology. So this is the high-end premium. And you were saying this is like a mid-weight, you would call it.
We consider this a mid-weight iron. So it's not heavy, but it's got enough weight that again, you don't have to do the work, it's doing it for you. But it's the perfect way for vertical steaming because if you're holding this up and you're doing clothes vertically, you can't have something that's so heavy.
It's just a little over 3 pounds.
Yeah, so it's not a heavy piece of equipment, but it definitely has enough weight that you feel like it's a solid piece of equipment.
And that video we were just seeing of the manufacturing process, you said, you know, a lot of people know the Rowenta brand, but for those who maybe don't know a lot about the history, give us a quick kind of background on that.
Well, Rowenta's been around since 1909.
Wow.
So they are very well known in lots of different areas throughout the world for lots of electronics, and it's all about quality. They go above and beyond to make sure that the details are there and that it's a long-lasting piece of equipment. You can really tell in the detail work. I just like to show this off to see the before and after. Now this is denim, so it's thick. It's a thick quality, you know, material, but it's not always easy to get perfect. And this iron, it does it so quickly.
Is this cashmere?
Yes, cashmere, right? And cashmere is not something that you can lay down flat on your board. And also, by the way, if you don't have a board, you don't have to have one with this iron. You can throw this on your counter. You could, you know, put a towel down on your bed, anything like that, any sort of flat surface, and you can get what you need. But see how beautiful that, just beautifully that just comes out there. I really like to show also embellishment. A lot of us have clothes that have embellishments, you know, and you don't want to put that down on a board. And so you just use that vertical steamer. And oh, look, I've got strings here too. You can just freshen it right up. Just get right in there. So you want to put the iron right up against the fabric right there and just let that steam really run over it.
And that's important for items that are dry clean only to get more wear in between. And so you're not going back and forth constantly and paying a ton of money, frankly, to just have it freshened up when this is an option for you, you know? It would be a lot
I try to avoid
easier.
the dry cleaner at, you know, at all possible because I don't need it, honestly, now. And it's expensive. There's a lot of chemicals that they use. And how many times have you been to the dry cleaner, picked up your clothing, and it came back worse than it was before? You know, it's pressed in a weird way because it's pressed in those big machines.
Right.
So
you get more precision with this, more control.
And so you can get those pockets really easily. This is linen, so sometimes it's hard to tell on the screen what kind of fabric this is. But again, linen is a very thick fabric that's notorious for wrinkling, but the Rowenta makes it easy.
So if you're just joining us, it's our best value of the day, brand new here at HSN, which is really exciting because again, this is a brand that's about 100 years old now. But what we have got is an exclusive design on this beautiful iron. It's all about that 3D Soleplate design to actually trap and lock in that powerful steam burst. You're looking at 725 watts, and you told me the max is 1,800 for an outlet in the States.
This is as powerful as you can get, pretty much.
High power, high performance, German engineering. You're going to love this. We have 2 color options, blue and white and burgundy and white. And here's the thing, if it wasn't an HSN exclusive design and it was out in retail like the other types of Rowenta irons, you would be spending about $90 on this iron. That's the type of investment that we're making. So today, to get it for $59.99, free shipping and handling, and a flex payment of $15 to get this home, it's worth it just to let us send it to you on us and try it out, compare it. Maybe you do like a little iron off with your significant other or your kids or somebody and see the difference it makes, because if you're not happy, you can absolutely send it back to us. We're not gonna give you the third degree about that. We want you to be happy with your purchases. And speaking of being happy, we have Mary calling. Mary's calling from Virginia on the line right now. And we'd love to talk to you, Mary, about your experience with Rowenta. So welcome, you're live on HSN with Michelle and Lauren. How are you?
Hi, how you guys doing?
Very well.
Let me tell you, I had that iron, so I was so happy when you brought it back again because I wanted another one, so I ordered another one. And I'm a tailorer, and I've got your Panasonic iron too, the one by Panasonic. I like that one, and your steam. I also like that one, but this one, I love it for the work that I do.
Yeah.
Does it make your job easier, Mary?
Oh, much easier when it comes to iron. And I love to iron. I'm one that loves to iron.
Yeah.
And I don't mind knocking it out.
It's kind of
and
relaxing.
I use that to get the wrinkles out of the guy's suit. I steam the whole suit just like if it was in the cleaners.
There you go. You know, Mary, I'm curious for your take on this because for people watching who may be thinking, oh, what really is there that big of a difference if I just pick up some, you know, cheapo 20-buck iron somewhere? Is there a difference when you invest in high quality?
Now you'd be wasting your money.
Yeah.
Get this iron and you'll never want another one.
Yeah, because those $20 irons, they look like this, don't they, Mary? There's a big difference. It's so funny because in college, you know, I just bought whatever was available to me because I didn't know the difference. And now I do. It's a big difference.
Big, big, big difference.
Mary, thank you.
And if you get this iron, you will not mind ironing.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing your experience, Mary. I really do appreciate that because it will help people who are at home and thinking, will it make a difference? Because it seems like such a chore for some people, a task, you know, because maybe it takes too long or maybe you feel like you're having to push so hard and you don't want to do it because it feels hard. Listen to what everybody's saying, that maybe it's not the task, it's just the tool. Think about carpenters, right?
Right.
They invest in good tools, right? A carpenter needs a good hammer. A makeup artist, they need good makeup brushes because you can have the best makeup in the world, but if you don't have the right brush, now your application doesn't look right, or you see lines of demarcation, they call it, or you know, maybe it's teachers, and they need good crayons versus the bad ones. There is a difference, right? I have two little kids, and I can tell the difference when it's a bad crayon and it makes sense to invest in higher quality when it's something especially that you do every single day. Make it easier on yourself. And it is kind of gratifying. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little relaxing. Like, I get what Mary's saying.
I love it, actually. Yeah, you know, it was something that I used to think was I have to do this. But as soon as I got the Rowenta, it really changed everything for me because it's fast and it's easy. I actually keep it set up in a corner of my bathroom. And so when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm not a person that takes all my clothes out and irons them all for the week, you know. I like to have them kind of ironed as I go. But there were plenty of clothes that I used to avoid. And then now I just grab them, I freshen them up really quickly, and I'm out the door and I feel better about myself. I try to get my kids to do that too. They've learned, luckily they don't hate ironing because they've never seen it be a task. This is all they know, you know?
That's a good point.
Exactly. So
well, I want to give permission to everybody out there whose job it is to iron for the entire family. Treat yourself to this, legitimately. Think of it as a family purchase, because it is, because everybody needs their clothes pressed. You know, when you, let's say, steam your curtains or the bed linens or the tablecloths, that's an investment for the family because you all get to enjoy that when your guests come over and everything is beautiful and you have some pride in your home and what you've done. If you have pride in the way that you look when you go to work or when you're out with your friends even, just allow yourself to invest in something like this. I don't see how anyone could argue, especially if you're the one who does all the ironing for the whole family. Like, let's make it easier on ourselves and get a tool. Like, why do we have dishwashers? Why do we have stand mixers? Why do we have washing machines? Because we're taking those everyday tasks and investing in the tools that make it easier and make it more efficient. It's gonna make you a happier person. I know I'm a happier person if I can do those tasks in a quicker, smarter way. And this is the day of all days to treat yourself to that high-end premium quality, because if you're anything like me, I want these things, I aspire to these things, but I might not necessarily have it in the budget at the time to spend $90 on it. And out in retail, that's what this would be, is $89.99. So to have it here and to be able to spend $15 on a flex payment and get it home right now with free shipping, this is the time to give yourself that permission to try higher quality and see what difference it makes for you. Like I said, even if it's just letting us send it to you so you can try it for 30 days and send it back if you're unhappy, $15 and free shipping, might be worth a test run because it's amazing the difference it can make.
Well, I think that you end up often, or I do, we end up spending more money sometimes when we try to save money.
Yeah,
because,
it's true.
you know, a $20 iron, you're gonna buy one every couple years, if
or
not
more
sooner.
time, spending
exactly.
more time.
And you're gonna ruin a lot of your clothing too, because, you know, they're not made the same way. This German engineering, it really is good for your clothes. It's garment care. So you're taking good care. I keep hitting this with the cord, sorry. You're getting, you know, taking good care of your clothing.
Right.
You can get that steam, which makes all the difference. You can get right up in there around the buttons. So I found that I feel like, you know, I'm kind of shopping my closet now. I'm wearing clothes that I normally wouldn't wear.
Because it's not a huge hassle now to get it ready for wear.
Exactly.
Can you, while we have this close-up shot, maybe just show us these buttons real quick?
Absolutely.
And how you're gonna use this when you get it home?
Sure, so it's really pretty easy. It's a smart iron, and yet it's not complicated like some of them, okay? So here you've got your steam button. This little button here, as you push it, that gives you that steam burst.
Look at that, gosh.
Here you've got your water if you wanna spray a little water onto your garment to really help. This little slide right here, which I'm gonna turn the iron this way so we can see a little better. This slide is your continuous steam option. So you can turn it off. When you're vertically steaming, you probably wanna turn that off and then just add the burst of steam. Or when you have it flat here, then it allows the steam, it knows, as soon as I put it in this position, it knows to start steaming the garment. So that's great. And then you just have a knob. Here, this knob is controlling the temperature setting for what type of fabric that you have.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's really great. And you also have that automatic clean button, the kind of anti-calc button that we were talking about. You just fill this iron with regular tap water. Regular tap water has minerals in it. We want those minerals. It actually helps with the steam. So it's quick and it's easy, unless you have really, really hard water. But anyway, no matter how much you use an iron, eventually it will start to get a little bit of scale on it. So it's a super easy process here. You fill it with water, you squirt it out over your sink.
It's like self-cleaning.
And it's self-cleaning,
exactly.
So it really takes care of it.
Isn't it weird to get this excited about it? I mean, legitimately.
That's when you know you're a grown-up, right? When you're like, I'm so excited
adulting right now.
I'm adulting,
definitely.
exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're gonna do these things, I keep saying this, but it's so true. Let's just make it more enjoyable. Let's make it easier, more efficient. You're gonna feel really good about purchasing something like this. And I will say, if you have, let's say, like kids or grandkids or niece or nephew that are going off on their own, or young professionals, it actually is a very nice gift because this is the kind of thing that's gonna help them look more the part, be more professional,
get a job,
more polished, get a job, get out of the house and get a job. Just kidding. No, but I mean, really, these are the types of things that do take you to that next level though, because we're talking high-end here, premium home innovations, and this comes from Rowenta, and it might be a brand that sounds familiar to you, and that's because you're investing right here in German engineering and technology, quality materials. You can see how easily it gets the job done. We've had fantastic calls since this launched at midnight. Everyone from the call you had, she owned her iron for 25 years.
25
Rowenta.
years.
And she was just upgrading. It wasn't even like it wasn't working, right?
No, sure, because technology can change and things like that. You know, we've got those automatic off features and things like that that we didn't have 25 years ago. So that can be great, but the iron just keeps on ticking, which is a great thing. So we're talking about an investment that you're not gonna make often in your life. I love to just get in here and show you how easily you can get around all those little snaps and details and buttons. If you have kids, a lot of times the kids' clothes have a lot of little features and things like that, you know. I think you
Listen, if you're a crafter too, or you know, Mary said she works as a seamstress, did she say?
Yeah, I think she said a tailor,
A tailor, yeah. So I mean, this is like those professional results. So whether you actually need it professionally or you want to look like you have just picked up your clothes from that dry cleaner, this is your little secret that you're gonna get home for $15 today and free shipping. So it's just one of those things, it's a smart investment, right? It's a really good way to do it. And it's exclusive here at HSN. This is new, we have not seen Rowenta here yet, so it's a really exciting time. You just choose if you want the blue and white or the burgundy and white, and let us take care of the rest. We wanna send this to you on our dime and break that up into 4 equal monthly installments, interest-free. I will see you for Lunch Rush.
Yes, I'll be here
very soon. Another thing I want to mention too, if you're picking this up or any of our electronics, really look into our Hsn Protection Plus plans. This is how you get hassle-free protection 24/7. There's no deductibles whatsoever. Great price points for this, and it's powered by Square Trade, which is actually an all-state company. So it's a very nice service and a good plan. So you can search Protection Plus at hsn.com. Ask if you're on the phone, ask the representative about it too, and they'll give you all the details that you need. If you did miss the beginning of our show, this was